Hi everyone, I am Punnaivanam from Novakem. My friend Mr. Amaraneni Ravikumar has invited me to talk about shrimp feed management because of late shrimp feed prices have gone up like anything. It has hit the roof because of various reasons like the raw material prices, input cost for the feed has gone up and power cost has gone up, and because of various other reasons the shrimp feed prices have gone up. So the farmers need to be careful. They have to have a balanced approach. They should not get too much worried about the feed. They cannot do anything about the feed price, but they can have a balanced approach in deciding the outcome of the crop by not doing overfeeding or underfeeding. When the farmer goes for overfeeding the crop, it is not only about losing your feed, or it is not only about increasing the FCR. It is not only going to spoil the pond bottom. It will spoil your quality of the water, and the farmers will ultimately they cannot make any profit out of the crop. And on the other hand, by doing underfeeding, the farmers will tend to, they may think that by doing underfeeding they'll get a better FCR, but it doesn't happen. Even with the underfeeding also, the animals they need energy, and to get the energy when the animals starve because of the underfeeding, they'll try to utilize their muscle to get the energy, and ultimately the FCR will be more, so the farmers will not get any profit out of that crop. So the farmers need to have a balanced approach when they go for the feed management. And check tray is like they used to say, it is like a stethoscope or it is like a speedometer in a vehicle. So the check tray management is very much critical in deciding the crop, fate of the crop. So the check trays, normally there are few points I would like to discuss about the check tray management. The check tray management, when it comes to, you cannot generalize the check tray management. You can simply, in a simple way, it can be like for a summer crop, the check tray management is different from the winter crop. In summer crop, normally the animal, with the temperature going up, with the increase in temperature, the animals tend to eat more, and it needs, the metabolic rate of the animal is also up, so it needs lot of energy, so the animals eat more and the excreta will be more, and the pond bottom will get spoiled, your FCR will be more. So normally we advise the farmer to check the check trays in 1.5 hour or 1 hour 45 minutes or before 2 hours. But in a summer crop, the farmers are advised to check the check trays in 1 hour or 1 hour 15 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes. See, based on the condition, based on the your stocking densities, the farmer should decide at what time you should check the check trays in summer crop, so that he can control the feeding based on the growth rate and the density. The farmer can aim for a better growth in summer crop, and you should get a better FCR by controlling the check tray management. And when they eat the more in summer crop, normally the farmer think it eats more, so the growth rate will come more. No, it doesn't happen. Whatever feed is eaten by the shrimp, it doesn't get converted into the biomass. So the farmers need to be very careful in going for when they tend to go for overfeeding the pond during summer crop. On the other hand, in winter crop, the shrimp eat very slowly. So the farmer should have a liberalized approach in checking the check trays, because in winter crop normally the farmer can check the check trays in 2 hours, and the FCR, normally the farmers claim that compared to summer crop, in winter crop they get a better FCR because they eat less and the wastage will also be minimum, and the pond bottom as well as the water quality is also good in winter crop. So the farmer have to be careful, and they should not do overfeeding or underfeeding, whether it is summer crop or winter crop, to get a successful crop. And there are few other things we can discuss about the feed management. The check trays, as we discussed, the check trays need to be kept clean. Every meal, after every meal, the check trays should be cleaned. There are various, some farmers they have a circular check tray, some farmers they go for square check trays, but normally in normal case in farming, shrimp farming, the check trays are square shaped check trays, and it should be cleaned after every meal. And again, the feeding tracks have to be maintained properly on a regular basis. Feed tracks can be cleaned by regular application of liming, and to monitor FCR on a weekly basis or monthly basis, the farmer should have a track on this. Because the farmers know, they do sampling every week, and the farmer should calculate, okay, this week, for the past week, how much feed I have applied into the pond, and what is the biomass they have got for that week. And for the month, the entire month, how much feed is being given to the pond, and what is the biomass they have got out of that pond. So on that basis, if they can track, if they can monitor the FCR, then the farmer can get a good crop, and they'll have a more control on their feed management. And again, there are some farmers, instead of broadcasting by using the boat, there are some farmers, they use from the dikes, they broadcast the feed. It is not advisable. It is always advisable to use boat for broadcasting the feed, because when you use the boat for broadcasting the feed, the wastage of the feed is also minimized, as well as you can maintain the distribution of the feed is much better when you use the boat. And again, positioning of aerators is much more important point when it comes to the feed management, because positioning of aerators will ensure the feed tracks are clean. And again, the most importantly, of late or recently, removal of sludge from the pond, center of the pond on a regular basis will also ensure that the pond bottom is clean and your feed tracks are clean. So when you are maintaining a proper pond bottom, when you are removing the sludge from the pond on a regular basis, it will ensure not only the pond bottom, it will ensure the bloom quality is also good. We have discussed from my experience. I told about the feed management. There are much more things to discuss about this feed management. We'll continue to do. Thank you very much for this opportunity.